And we are live. Hello, Ranjit.
Sabarna.
Thank you for joining in today. It's again on what do you say? It's again on Saturday, and in the weekend we get some time, and obviously as well as you as well, right? So what we will do is like quickly we will introduce the audience to you. The audience is like whatever the ACP Kolkata community what we have. We also planned something related to SIT in coming months. I think in this April itself. And along with that, you know Ranjit, right? So he have been here last time as well. So he has been a great person in person and as well as in BTP folks as well. So today, I think the session what we had last time was like situation handling, right? And today's session will be related to the responsibility management, and we will discuss about the same thing in S4 HANA and all. So Ranjit, I do not know that what is there in responsibility management. So it's over to you. Can you please give a quick highlights? And meanwhile, I will share this particular video to the groups and all. I will share it once again. Yeah, go ahead. Brief, and also introduce you again. Introduce yourself. The reason behind that is like people might be coming first time for the in this video. So please introduce yourself again. I think community wants to know that as well. Yeah, Ranjit.
Yeah. So I am working in SAP Labs into the product development. I work primarily for two products in SAP Lab. One is situation handling. So I work as a product owner from India for situation handling. Primarily, we call that as intelligent situation handling. And I work as a senior developer for responsibility management. So both these products are from our portfolio, means from our LOB line of business basically. So these products are primarily to bring intelligence into the business process for our customers and the partners. Okay. So the moment you talk about intelligent situation handling, then parallelly you have to configure, you have to work with responsibility management. That's the reason we both discussed last time also. Yeah, we talked about situation handling. Let's discuss about responsibility management, like how responsibility management will complement situation handling. So when you talk about situation handling will basically work or basically look into the business data, and it will sense whatever the problem statement you define. Okay, and based on that, it will generate instances. Okay, once the instance will get generated based on the condition, based on the business portfolio, business problem statement defined, then we as a user basically, okay, what we have basically, we have the problem statement. Okay, so how we can overcome that problem statement? But when the problem is coming into the business, definitely we need somebody in the business to look after. It's not like only, okay, I got the problem. Okay, yeah, somebody can go, automation can go like intelligent situation handling and detect the problem. But once the problem is detected, it has to be basically somebody take an ownership to resolve that. The moment we talk about a responsible person, then the responsibility management comes into the picture.
Mm-hmm.
That's where responsibility management will complement situation handling. Okay, so who all are responsible people for a business process, you can define by responsibility management. And this product is again available in both S4HANA on-premise and public cloud both, and the code line till now till 2023 is same. So there is no code separation or functionality difference between the on-premise and the public cloud. It's the same code line goes both the places. So you define basically a team, you create a team, okay, and you say like, yeah, these are the five people who are responsible for this particular business problem to look after. So those five people only will get the notification when the problem occurs or basically need an attention into the business statement or the business problem from the situation handling. So then you have to create your team into the responsibility management, and then you have to integrate that team into the responsibility management. So it's not, responsibility management is not limited to only situation handling.
Okay.
Responsibility management, yeah, can be consumed or can be integrated with the workflow as well. because there also you need a responsible person for a workflow.
Actually, I was coming to this point itself. So, as the both of these things are different stacks, I thought that yeah, definitely there might be a chance that this responsible management stack can be used in other scenarios as well. Yeah, definitely. I was thinking in that way.
Yes, so that's where it can work with the workflow as well. Wherever you think like a responsible person can play a role, or responsible person need basically an attention.
Hmm.
That's where responsibility management can come into the picture. So both the way workflow and situation handling are the primary consumer of responsibility management in S4HANA.
Hmm.
And both in work S4HANA on-premise and S4HANA public cloud. That's the beauty of responsibility management. It helps you to automate finding the responsible person in a business process without, yeah, go assign to this task to this person, this task to this person. No, we don't have to do those things now.
Hmm.
And this product is not new. We have more than now 500 customers in responsibility management
Okay.
across the whole portfolio. Because situation handling came new, but workflow was there. Workflow was there since long time.
Yeah.
So responsibility management is there in S4HANA since last 7 to 8 years now, and it's working parallelly with workflow and situation handling. So it has more than 500 happy customers, not only customer, happy customers who are using it very frequently for their business process and determining the right person for the right business statement. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, in this demo session or in this session, what we are going to explore is like we are going to explore a demo as well, right, Ranjit? Or and along with that, the configuration, how it actually works, these two blocks, how it actually talks to each other, right? We'll discuss about it.
Yes, so we
Sure.
are not going to talk only theoretical, and I'll not show only the demo part.
Hmm.
We'll show it practically from how responsibility management can be integrated with situation handling, and how responsibility management can be integrated with workflow both at the same time. So with that, because I have demo
Hmm.
video recorded, but with the interest of time, we'll see. So we'll go step by step from the system, so that the audience or the colleagues which we have from the community
Hmm.
can correlate. So if tomorrow they would like to explore, theory will not help them.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's what we'll see from the system directly.
Sure. Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so can I share my
Yeah. Sure.
screen?
Sure. Please go ahead.
Let me quickly share my screen. And yeah, so let me know once you are able to see my
Yeah, I
screen.
can see your screen.
Okay, great. So if you go to the Fury reference library, you can see couple of applications offered by our team in the area of responsibility management. So you can see like here, manage teams and responsibility. This is one of the applications which we have offered. Manage teams and responsibility. We'll go what this application and where this application will play a role. Then you can see manage team category is one of the application which we have offered from our portfolio. Then manage team hierarchy we have offered from our portfolio. And then we have context application. Yeah, so you can see manage responsibility context is one of our application.
Hmm.
Manage responsibility rule is our application. All these different Fury application you can see we have offered basically, and they all these have their different purpose basically. So you can go into Fury reference library and you can see the list of applications like manage teams and responsibility we have, then manage responsibility context, manage responsibility role, manage team category, and all those things we have for to basically help our customers and partners, and how these applications will complement, we will see that in time.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see, for example, I will go first here. So if I open any of this, Let's go here. So last session, what we discussed, managed situation types extended. In the managed situation types extended, we have an area called recipients. Okay, and in the recipients, basically you put or basically you give a category, team category, or rule. How you would like to determine a person responsible for this particular business problem. Okay, so from where you are getting this option to feed a recipient section. So if we go into the application called manage situation scenario, there basically we provide context. So what is the context with regards to this particular situation handling? So I'll show you quickly. Let me go here. And I'll take this procurement for example. In this procurement, this scenario we are creating for the situation handling. In this particular scenario, the starting point is for the responsibility management to come and work with situation handling is the situation scenario. In the situation scenario, in the header of the general information, you can see we have an area called responsibility context ID. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the context id, and this context can have two part. One is called team category, other one is called rule. Okay, and once you provide this context here and then you go back to your application called manage situation types extended, I'll go and take here this particular scenario for example, so that we can correlate it more in a proper way. Okay, so I will open this one. And then you see we have recipients, so we are not adding here this particular thing so far, but you see as soon as I clicked on the add button, I'm getting one team category. Okay, to add again recipients to this particular uh, type or template whatsoever it is. Do I have any rule? I click, I don't have any rule. So from where these category and rules are getting associated to the context. So we have offered an application, context application.
Okay.
Manage responsibility context, you can see here. And if I take this particular context which we have in the scenario, this is the responsibility context id, and I look for this id here. Yeah, so you see this context came. So if I go inside this context, we every context have two parts called team category and agent rule. So then you will ask, okay, what is this team category and what is the rule? Okay. So when you are going to create a team by the application called manage teams and responsibility, we'll go in a couple of minutes from now. What happens? Suppose you are creating a team, okay, for situation handling or workflow, basically, okay, and you know the people beforehand. Means at the time when you are have the problem statement, you know before that, okay, these are the set of people in my business area, in my vertical, who are will be responsible to look after this particular business process. So, static in nature means these are the list of five people I know already who will be responsible to look after the business problem. So, wherever you have, you know the people who are responsible in your business area, business problem beforehand, then you go via the team category concept. Okay, static in nature. Now, when you don't know, like suppose you have a workflow where you need to send a notification or you need to basically look after the people who belongs to company code 1010 and GL account 1035. So, okay, today we have five people in this company code and GL account. Tomorrow might be possible from different vertical, somebody can associate to your vertical for some business requirement, and then number will increase. It can be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can't very precisely say that yeah, this is the number of person who will be always part of this team. Or maybe you have five team member today, that other person can leave and go to join some other vertical in the same organization.
Mm-hmm.
So where you have dynamic sort of nature. So, okay, you can write the query like select a star from XYZ table where company code is 1010, GL account is 1035. So you have dynamically changing the number of people who are responsible to a business process, then you can go for the agent rule. Okay, so we have given a cloud body concept with the help of this low code, no code tool, custom logic application you can write. So for this whole body concept to explain, we will come back with a session maybe in April somewhere because to write and associate the whole body and logic, it will take time. But at a high level, I'm giving an overview how it works basically. Okay.
Okay.
Where you have basically a set of people dynamically changing or frequently changing, then we basically recommend to go with the agent rule.
Yeah, yeah, true. So it says same to agent determination, right? So whenever the particular event has been triggered, so it has to go to particular agent through some basic ground rules, whatever you will be defining in the baddie, right?
Yes, the logic you will be defining
Mm,
by that. So coming to that, so this is the context. So you fit this context into situation, means situation scenario,
mhm,
and whatever the team category and this rule associated to that particular context. Once you are creating your template and type by the application manage situation types extended, it will show all the list. Okay, these are the category where that the team will get determined. I will come to that now.
mhm,
So the first step what? Like yeah, you should have a context created, or you can use a context coming from SAP, means delivered as standard context. If that is suffice your need, you don't have to create anything custom by your side. You can go ahead and just use it. So first thing is context. Then the context is done. Then you go to scenario, create your scenario, feed your context into that. Then afterwards, we go to manage situation types, extended application. In the recipient section, you add, you want to determine the user via the category or via the rule, you feed that. So now you are able to correlate from where it is coming. So it should not be like a gray box or black box. Okay, what is happening here? No. Fine. So now we are associated context. We fed that context into scenario. Then we go and create a template or type into managed situation type extended. Now we would like to determine the team based on this particular team category. Team category procurement. Correct. Then how? Where can I add my users? Suppose I have five people. I will go with the concept of aesthetic in nature. So I have five people in my team. I want to use this team category concept to create a team, and during the runtime, these people should be uh, determined as an agent or a responsible person, and who should receive the notification when the problem is occurring into my business problem.
mm.
Then you have to go to the application called manage teams and responsibility. So this is the application which we have offered. Okay, so this will be your landing page. So we have many scenario created in our system for the demo testing purpose and all. So then you can go and click on the create. As soon as you will click on the create, you have to fill your name here. Okay, so you fill your name here. Like for example, I'll post test underscore demo, for example. Then you put your description. Now you have this important part is here, type and category. So you click on this type, you will get a list of all the category and the type associated here. So then the next question is what is this team category and the type? Correct?
Mhm.
So like I will take an example of procurement. This is one of the famous use cases which we encountered every day. So like suppose procurement is a business process. Do you agree with me? Procurement is a big business process in SAP. But in procurement, we have sub-business process like operational purchasing. We have then we have a strategic purchasing. Okay, and then we have operational purchasing with focus representative. So these three are basically the sub-business process in a bigger business process. So team category is refers to a business process, and type refers to the sub-business process.
Okay.
So there are many a team category and the type of that are delivered from SAP side. But none of the ERP, we are not saying all this business need, all the partners need, we have delivered. No, we are not giving any consent like that. We have, but definitely offered many a things, but we have given the flexibility of extension as well or customization as well.
Okay.
Like suppose you have a business problem, business custom business problem, which you go and see, like this is something belongs to services. Okay, so if I go here and search for service, so services is also team category and the type associated with this. But you have some XYZ business process and you see here it is not available. The category is not available and the type is not available for you. Then what can you do? Will it become the bottleneck for you? Like you can't proceed with this? No. We have given a customization, configuration option, extension options,
Okay.
both in OP on-premise and public cloud. So you can create your own team category and type without any restrictions. So we will show you from on-premise version from the SPRO. We have given a node,
Mhm.
and we like even free applications are also there, which you can create and look after.
I have a question here, Ranjit. So, see, the categories are actually specific to business processes, right? So right now, say I have two different plants in one is in India, another one is in say Belgium or in outside a different country, right? So those processes might be different. Those service lines or those types might be different. They might have say two different inherited types inside it. But if I want to consolidate both of the same scenarios in a single stack SAP OP, so in that case, how can we configure this, Ranjit?
Yeah, so we can configure. We'll come to that point for sure.
Hmm.
Everything is possible. So now, suppose, for example, I will take procurement. We'll see also the configuration exercise.
Hmm.
Suppose in the procurement, I am somebody from the operational purchasing, so I will take operational purchasing as a type. Done. As soon as you selected this, you can see this responsibility definition. Okay. So, like suppose you have the business requirement, business area XYZ, and then you have the sub business process ABC, and then ABD, something like that. Then you want to restrict like for this operational purchasing, company code is 10.
Hmm.
1010 only should get the notification because there are multiple company code in the system,
Okay.
correct?
Uh-huh.
So that is how it will restrict. Which all
Okay.
you want to restrict during the determination of agent or determination of a person responsible. So these responsible definition is an extra attribute which can add to your team category
Hmm.
to restrict the determination of agent. So which all fields you want to add here, you can add it. Okay.
Okay.
Now it comes the team owner. When you are creating a team, you need both team owner and team member. And we have to make sure like your team owner and team member should have the person who has a valid business partner and that business partner associated to a valid business user can only be added into team member and the team owner.
Yeah. True.
So we validate, or basically only those people will come into this value help who has a valid business user and business partner, and those business user and the business partner are associated linked to each other. Okay.
Hmm.
So if I cancel here, so as soon as I click on the create button on the list page, this team owner got added. Means the login user will be added as a team owner by default.
Okay.
But it's not necessarily if you like this. You see here, Esther said something. I can delete it, and you think like okay, you are just creating a team on behalf of your business process, and you think like yeah, or you had a discussion like yeah, somebody else should be the business uh, owner, so I can add something like anybody, which is expert, I will add as a team owner. Not a problem. Then you want to add some 4 5 member here, just randomly I want to add as a team member. So these many people are added as a team member. Now I will click on the create because I want to show you some statement. It will not allow me to save. You see? interfunction for business partner. So all these five line item or five person basically, which we added as a team member, it's a very like you have to add a function. Let's see what is function now. So if I click on the functions, okay, you can see here there are four functions associated to this particular business process. So I added the type operational purchasing. In the operational purchasing, also we can have some different person responsible for different area. Like somebody is responsible for manager, somebody is for the catalog management, somebody is for the operational purchasing, somebody is for the workflow administrator. So you think, yeah, this person is only responsible for this, you give this. So when the code will execute, it will look for, okay, what particular function has been associated and what you are mapped to the situation handling, that area of function and responsible definition. I'll show you in a minute. Here you think like, yeah, this person is responsible, is supervisor, something like that. He is associated to all the in all area he should get the notification. Fine, added that. This person is added only responsible for manage. Added this one. This person is only for this one. Add this one. This person is responsible for this one. Add it like that. So this function is basically a sort of role. Okay, don't get confused. Many a times we get a ticket from our customers and the partners. Okay, I have this PFCG role and that role. I want to associate. No, nothing like that. I'll show you where you define these functions, function profile, then team, the type, and the category, and then responsibility definition, and all those things. So these are basically the functions which you define for understanding of your business process. Okay, these are the labels which you define. It doesn't have any relevancy with the PFCG role. These are just a process from your business area. You define in the configuration what responsibility management has offered. It has nothing to do with what we have in the PFCG. Okay, now your team is ready.
Mhm.
You create this team. Once you create the team, make sure you enable it if you want it to be executed in the productive environment. So enable it. Okay, so now we have a team into the system of procurement. So if you go here, where did it go? We added this is context, this is type. So you see, there are six teams, number of teams. There are six teams in this particular system which are enabled in nature for this particular category. So once this situation type will run, it will look for all the six teams. But these functions and the responsibility definition and the team member which you have defined will be only getting the notification. That's the reason we have given responsibility, definition, and the function. So now here also, if you want, okay, click on this value help. These are the responsibility definition. So suppose there you have given the company code like 1010, and here you want to map the company code as one of the more restriction for determining this particular agent process for the particular team, you can do that as well. So the more and more granular or restriction basically you want to impose during the determining the process of an agent, you can impose that. So we discussed now responsibility context. Why the first step in the responsibility context, we have two part: team category and role. Team category is for the static determination of agent or the person responsible, which we know beforehand creating the team.
Mhm.
Role is something where we don't know the people at the time when we're defining the team. Okay, that time we go for the cloud body concept, and that's where managed teams and responsibility application will eventually not come into the picture. Managed teams and responsibilities for the team category concept. Okay, you have your context ready now. Once your context is ready, take your context, feed it into your manage situation scenario application. Once you fit that context into your scenario and you go further in the process of creating a team, where the managed situation, template where managed situation types extended, then it will give you this recipient. You will be able to get an option of the category and the role. So whichever the category would you like to prefer, ideally, it's like one is to one, means one context will have one category and it can have one rule also, many rule. We are not giving any restriction, but ideally, because one business process will have one category.
Hmm.
Correct. And
Hmm.
that category is mapped to one context. But we are not giving any restriction because we never know like what sort of scenario or business process or business area will fall back into a customer system.
Yeah.
So that's basically the recommended, but again, we don't have any such restriction. Once you map this category here, suppose, then you have to create a team of that particular area by the team category into the managed teams and responsibility application providing type, responsibility definition for more restrictions, and then you have team member, team owner, and the function. So this is how the whole story works toward.
Yeah.
So
So,
yeah.
one thing here, Ranjit, see, whenever we define this particular teams internally, so generally what happens there is like in the current organization or the current enterprise, they already might have been managing something, some custom tables or some other ways this entire hierarchy, right? So, is there any means right away tool or what do you say, a conversion program available for this?
No, no, no. You have to come and manually create your team here
Okay.
because we don't want to. Basically, we'll say we don't want to bring any discrepancy because there are different org system, correct?
Hmm.
Or hierarchy in the system and all those things are there. So we sometimes never know how it will be there in every organization. So every organization will follow their own way, own spectra basically, and none of us can be sure as a product organization like how you are going to use it. That's the reason basically we have brought it static in nature,
Hmm.
and these are all master data concept. So make sure like yeah you have to create eventually whatever the
Okay.
business process you are following till date, you have to come out and basically define this process in your system.
Okay. And another thing is like, is there any mass upload or BADI available for the entire data upload or data download like that?
Yeah, so we have given some API. Those APIs are available into the Business Accelerator Hub. Okay,
Hmm.
like suppose you want to create a mass team, like not one by
Yes,
one,
yes,
correct?
yes, right, right.
Those APIs we have given, and those APIs are available into the Business Accelerator Hub. Formerly, it was called API Hub. So we have exposed those API, and those APIs are already available. So
Okay.
maybe we are discussing next time. We can show those API also. Yeah,
Yeah,
those APIs are there.
sure,
Where you
sure.
can create your team in a mass, or you can create your team in a
Hello, Ranjit. Am I audible? I think we lost you, Ranjit. Hmm, I think Ranjit, am I audible? I think yeah, we lost Ranjit now. We cannot hear. Let's wait for 1 or 2 minutes. हेलो। हाँ हाँ, ओके।
Hello.
हेलो रंजीत, am I audible now?
Yes, you are audible. Yeah.
Okay.
Am I audible?
Um, yes, yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, so I had some network issues. So let me try
Hmm.
sharing my screen again and let's see whether.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Okay. So let me know once you are able to see my screen.
Hmm.
So are you able to see my screen, Sabarna?
Not yet.
Okay.
Maybe we switch off our videos and share our screen so that the bandwidth
Yeah, maybe.
of the
Let's
videos. Yeah.
let's do that. That would be a better option. Hmm. Just give me a minute. What should I do now?
हेलो। हेलो। हाँ, आप आ गए क्या? हाँ, हेलो। अच्छा अच्छा। हम्म।
Okay. Hello.
Yeah, hi Ranjit.
Yeah, okay. So
Yeah,
let me quickly again share. I'm sorry. It's
yeah. So,
problem with my network.
due to some technical problems it happened. Anyways, yeah, Ranjit, I think you were loud and clear now, so you can share your screen. Maybe I will also turn on my video.
Yeah, let me quickly share my screen. So my SAP GUI is behaving just 1 minute over now. Okay,
Hmm.
I'm trying my best.
I understand. Sudden power up can, yeah,
Sometimes they just unplanned.
yeah,
Yes, this is really bad for us.
no problem. It's a real life scenario, real life situation. What can we manage? Anyways, so Ranjit, while you fix things up, so I have several questions related to situation handling and say um, this
Yeah.
what do you say, this responsibility management as well. So
Yeah.
as an project perspective or as a implementation perspective, how do we see, means like this is going to say from starting to deployment, so what kind of timeline we may expect to going live for this kind of using this kinds of tools.
Uh, it's pretty easy and straightforward. It's just a matter of time with the hands-on. If you go and create one or two situation end to end, configure by yourself, or you create one team by yourself end to end, then you can configure things in a day or two. That's it. You don't have like this. We have given all the key user applications most of the times,
Mhm.
most of the purpose. So it's not like you will be stuck somewhere. So it's just about the matter of time what we invest in terms of learning. And if anything is there, you are stuck, or any one of us who are there part of this community or the customer facing or a customer itself or themselves, basically, they can reach out to me or the team. We are there to support in any ways, basically. I
Yeah.
don't see because many a customer now you can see responsibility management have more than 500 customers. In
Mhm.
last 7 to 8 years, we have got more than 500 customers, and they are consuming it in a very, very, very high level. Like some team customers have like 30,000. We saw a very recent case where a customer have 35,000 teams. So can you imagine like how big and how much value it is adding?
Mhm.
If it would have not be an adding value, 35,000 teams, nobody can create just for the sake of creating because it needs somewhere 1 day or 2 day efforts, but it needs an effort, correct? So
Yes.
it's just the knowledge gap, I could say. But apart from that, if you have the right knowledge about these products and then understanding how to configure, where to configure, when to configure,
Mhm.
it's pretty straightforward. You can go live, I could say, in a 10 days or 15 days. And I have seen people going live in a month's time for these products with my own real time experience collaborating with multiple customers and the partners across. So it's just very straightforward. It didn't have that complexity. It looks complex in the starting, but once you have the real time hands on and you connect all the dots, then it's
Yeah.
pretty straightforward.
And when you say this one is also there, I think you mentioned this responsibility management was there for quite a long, right? 6 to 7 years. So at
Yes.
the initial time, it was not there in cloud, right? So you were mentioning that it is cloud ready code what we have right now? Means like the same stack can be used in cloud and as well as in the on-premise servers. So, having said that, the entire thing is built on a RAP framework or similar to that?
Yeah, means internally we have everything. Yes, internally the products standard we follow, and it goes with many approval process and all internally basically. So yeah, we can't comment on that front. But if it's cloud ready, means you can understand it's adhering all the guidelines of cloud from internal SAP product portfolio. So it has every single thing basically there.
Okay, okay.
I don't know, somehow my SAP login has stuck. Maybe I can share. So
Yeah. So it would have been better that if you have any kind of documents or any kind of other materials as well, it would have been better.
yes, yes, I have so
Yeah.
many things. But you can see now my SAP login I'm trying to enter because I wanted to show the configuration end to end. Because
Uh-huh.
whatever we saw,
Yeah.
somewhere it is coming from, correct?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
How do you configure as a customer and the partners? So that's where that is the tricky part. Okay, fine. We saw all the fancy things, but we see all the UI things, which looks pretty good. But behind the scene, we have the effort for that. Correct. So
Yeah.
tomorrow, your business use case, which is suppose delivered as part of the delivery from SAP side. So then what you will do? You will not be stuck. Correct. You will find a workaround for that. So you don't have to go for any workaround. We have given the flexibility of customization and extension both at the same time, so you can do that.
Mhm.
Okay. Shall I do one thing? Can I restart my system once and come back? Or are we getting late today?
So actually, we are
Or we
getting late
plan?
today, Ranjit. So what we can do today is like we can go ahead with some documents, whatever you have, and whatever the sessions, whatever the next things, whatever what was pending. If you have some document handy, we can go ahead with that, Ranjit.
Yeah, I'll share those documents with you. Or I shared the help document with you, correct?
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
help document you can share across because we have help document, and I have couple of things to show. So yeah, we will plan again next Saturday.
So maybe we plan again, okay? And we have to means we need to have a discussion throughout discussions on both of the scenarios like situation handling and that responsible management. That mix we haven't seen yet. So that was one quick demo what we can actually think of for the coming weeks. That's what the plan is. But yeah, due to unavoidable instances and karma or whatever you can say, something happened and it actually ruined our smooth flow today. So sorry for that. But anyways, thanks to you, Ranjit. Thanks again. And obviously, we have I think 15 to 20 minutes session left. So in the meantime, what we also can do is like, if possible, we can. It might not be a live, but we can record that particular session internally after having a call, and then we can publish it to the forum, and we can bridge the gap whatever we have right now.
Sure. Yeah, yeah. That we can plan internally. Both
Yeah,
of us can
yeah, sure,
plan.
sure.
So, but yeah, and again, sorry to the audience or people who have joined across or our colleagues and the friends, because these are some things sometimes we can't control.
And
Eventually,
actually, it makes sense, right? So this actually gave the clear idea that we are live and we have means we are doing something really good, and we are trying to achieve something, and something breaks, and we are raw. Anyways,
yeah.
yeah,
So maybe we can stop here and then we'll get back
yeah,
soon.
sure,
Yeah.
sure, sure. Thanks you,
Yeah. Thank
all
you,
of you.
everybody.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for the time.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Ranjit.
Bye.
Thank you.